My name is Delaney with English Lagoon, and today we are going to be talking about this, that, these, and those, and how to use those 4 words. Okay, let's get started. Woo. A little backstory before we get started. A couple weeks ago, my car was in the shop, so I took it in to get fixed. I didn't want to wait, so I called an Uber to take me home and started talking to the driver along the way because I'm always talking. And it turned out that he was from Mexico City and his first language was not English. His first language was Spanish. I told him I was an English teacher and I had been considering possibly starting some YouTube videos. Then he asked me if I wanted some ideas for videos. And of course I said, absolutely, what do you got? And he told me to make a video talking about this, that, these, and those, and how to use those words, what the differences are, and the pronunciation. Which is why today's video is this, that, these, and those. Here we go. While there are many uses for this, that, these, and those, today we are going to talk about 5 common uses. Pointing to something or someone. We can also use them as pronouns. We use them when referring to people, either other people or ourselves. We use them as time phrases, and we also can use them as shared knowledge or for new information. So let's get started on use number 1. Pointing to something or someone. Pointing to something or someone. We use this and that for singular and uncountable nouns. More on uncountable later. We'll talk about it. If an object or person is close to you in your area and it's singular or uncountable, use this. This tiger is hungry. This shirt is green. This necklace is gold. This. If an object or person is far, you can't touch it, use that. That tiger already ate. That over there. For plural, so more than one object, in your area or you can touch it, use these. For example, these dolphins right here are happy. These dolphins are happy. Those dolphins are swimming away. Those dolphins over there are swimming away. Now, I like to use a finger trick. I know that it might sound silly, but when I'm teaching, I think it helps my students remember this, that, these, those. One finger for this and that. More than one finger for these and those. Back to our slides. We use these for words that are plural. For example, these jeans, these shoes. One pair of jeans, one pair of shoes, but we use the plural these and those. Sorry, I should say these and those because the word itself is plural. Let's talk really quickly about uncountable nouns. I could go on for days, but I want to talk just for a minute about the difference between countable and uncountable. Countable nouns are what you can count. So 1, 2, 3, 500, 1,000, 3,001. You are able to count how many objects you can see. For uncountable nouns, you cannot count specifically 1, 2, or 3. So some examples you see up on the screen: coffee, rice, water, money. Now, of course, you can say a cup of rice, a bag of money. Nice. If you have a bag of money, good for you. Great. Or a gallon of milk, but you can't say 1 milk or 5 milks. 5 gallons of milk, 5 glasses of milk. I have a little milk in the fridge. I have a lot of coffee in my system. Coffee drinkers, I'm with ya. And I have not enough gas in my car. I need more gas in my car. I have to go get gas. Again, not I have to go get 10 gas. 10 gallons of gas or more gas. Hopefully that cleared it up. Again, we use uncountable with this or that. So this milk is spoiled. That water is safe to drink. Okay, good. Let's look at some examples for using this, that, these, and those for pointing. Who is that boy over there? He looks familiar. Who's that boy over there? He looks familiar. This red one, I should say this green one, is my favorite shirt. This green one is my favorite shirt. I need to return these clothes to the store. I need to return these clothes to the store. I like those trees you planted in your backyard. I like those trees you planted in your backyard. Oof, I need to wash those blankets. I need to wash those blankets. Let's talk about the pronunciation here. Now, depending on what your first language is, you may need some practice with the TH sound. So putting your tongue through your teeth, these, and pulling back is how you get that vibrating TH sound. So a trick I learned when I was first learning how to teach is to put your hands on your throat and hum. If you can continue the sound, it's called voiceless, which is not important for you to know, but for TH, that is what you want, is that vibration sound. So these, those, this, that. I encourage you to pause the video here and whip out your phone, turn on the camera, and look at your mouth in the camera to practice this pronunciation. You can also go to the bathroom and look in the mirror and watch your tongue go through your teeth. These, that, this, those. Now, as a native speaker, I'm going to say it a little bit quicker. So going back to these examples, who is that boy? Who is that boy? This red one, these clothes, those trees, those blankets. Okay, wonderful. Another use for this, that, these, and those is as pronouns. In other words, substituting for the noun. Our examples here: Can you blow those out? Thanks. Bring me that, please. Ooh, delicious. Can I have one of these, please? Who is that? I think I know her. I like this. Should I buy it? By the way, the manners here, please. Thank you. Impeccable. Amazing. So instead of saying, can you blow those candles out? We can say, can you blow those out? Bring me that broom, please. Bring me that, please. Can I have one of these brownies? Can I have one of these? Who is that girl? I like this hat. So kind of similar to pointing. However, we're just using it as a pronoun. So our earlier examples, we had, who is that boy? We can say, who is that over there? He looks familiar. This is my favorite shirt. I need to return these to the store. I like those that you planted in your backyard. I need to wash those. Now the listener or whoever you're talking to should know what you're talking about. So use your judgment. If somebody is holding a blanket, you say, ooh, I need to wash that. Also, as pronouns for ideas, emotions, or news, you'll hear a lot of these sayings. For example, those were the days. That is awful. I am so sorry. That was a terrible idea. This is a beautiful day. Or that sounds great. That sounds wonderful. That sounds amazing. Another use is for time phrases. This morning, this afternoon, this evening, or maybe this week, this month, this year, this century, which would be 100 years. Maybe not as common to talk about this century, but who knows? I don't know what your conversations are like. Anyway, an exception here, we don't say this day, we say today. And we don't say this night, we say tonight. So either this evening or tonight. Either today or this afternoon. Okay. We often use these phrases to describe something that's coming or something we're already in. To make it a little bit easier, let me get my slides out. For example, today is Monday. So yesterday was Sunday. Tomorrow is Tuesday. I can refer to yesterday, Sunday, as this week. I can also refer to tomorrow as this week. So I can use this week, this month, this year as something in the past or something in the future or currently something in the present. As long as we are still in that week or that day or that weekend, for example. So, what are my plans for today? Well, this morning I woke up, I drank black coffee, and I took a shower. Then I started my workday. This afternoon, I'm going to finish recording this video. Woohoo! Go to the grocery store and make steak and rice for dinner. This evening, I'm going to relax, maybe read a book, and call my sister because I call her every day. Hi, Gabby. Miss you. Love you. Okay. Here we see examples of the past. This morning, I woke up, I drank black coffee, but then we also have examples of the future. I'm going to finish recording this video. I'm going to relax. I'm gonna call my sister. Your turn. I encourage you to pause the video here and try to make sentences. Remember, practice makes perfect. Make mistakes. You got this. What are your goals for today, this week, this month, or even this year? Another way to practice, what are your plans for this weekend? An example of a sentence starter. This afternoon, I am going to. This month, I really want to. This year, I'm going to accomplish blank. Pause the video. Let's go on to our next use, referring to people, either ourselves in a phone call or an email, or possibly introducing somebody else or pointing somebody out, kind of going back to that pointing to someone or something as well. But we're trying to keep them separate. Okay, anyway, here we go. Hi guys, this is my mom. She's in town for the week. Introduction. These are my cute dogs, Bandit and Jameson. Those are my siblings over there in the backyard. Who is that? I think I know her. You do, that's my aunt. Sidebar. Sidebar. I am from Iowa. Different people in different parts of the United States pronounce aunt differently. Some may say aunt, so that's my aunt. I'm from Iowa, I say that is my aunt. Back to it. That's my personal trainer over there in the brown sweatshirt. Another sidebar, I don't have a personal trainer, but we can imagine for today's video. Okay. We could also imagine that I can run 10 miles, but I can't. Okay. Notice in these examples, I added over there. So those over there, or that over there, something that is far away. For near, you could say right here. An example of a phone call, because I said that we also use this, that, these, and those to possibly introduce ourselves via email or phone call. Ring, 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 ring. Ring, ring. Hello, is this Frank? It is. Who is this? Hi, this is Julie from the pharmacy. Your prescription is ready to be picked up. That's wonderful. Be there soon. I encourage you here to pause the video and you... Okay. I encourage you here to pause the video and use this phone call example and try to mix up the words. Pretend that you are the caller or pretend you are receiving the call and use your name, maybe a different example. Maybe it is your sister calling. Maybe it's somebody that you don't know. You could also practice writing an email. So, hello, this is Delaney from State Farm. This is Jake from State Farm. However you would like to do it, but try to mix this up and practice either with a phone call or an email. This is a very common practice, and I know that phone calls are not fun in a different language, speaking from personal experience. Okay. And finally, the fifth use that we are going to be talking about today. Shared knowledge or new information. We use this, that, these, and those for things we can see and point at, and also for things we can't see, like ideas and information. We sometimes will explain to our listener about shared knowledge or things that they also know. Maybe it was a situation you were in together with the listener, or you want to provide them with some new information. So maybe this is telling a story, explaining something. For example, that famous bridge we learned about in school. The hotel had this beautiful chandelier. Those nice construction workers across the street. What are they called? Those pretty yellow flowers with the long stem. I almost said sunflowers there. Sunflowers. So here you are relying on shared knowledge. When I say those nice construction workers across the street, I assume that my listener knows who I'm talking about. I assume my listener knows that the pretty yellow flowers are called sunflowers. That famous bridge, I assume my listener remembers learning about the famous bridge together in school. Backstory, my best friend and I used to go to this coffee shop all the time in college. We were there probably 3 days a week. So it's shared knowledge, the coffee shop that we used to go to. Here is an example of a phone call that I might have with my best friend from college. Ring, 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 ring. Hey, do you remember that coffee shop we always went to? It was across from that church, and there was this older man that sat in the corner and had the best stories. Oh, yeah, whatever happened to that place? Ugh, I'm sad, they just sold it. There is an example of using shared knowledge to recreate the story, or using this, that, these, and those. So maybe some changes you could make. Instead of it was across from that church, we could say it was across from those old buildings on the corner of the street. So again, you can use this, that, these, and those pretty interchangeably here. We also might use this, that, these, and those. I've said that so many times during this video. We also might use this, that, these, and those to refer to something important or a recent event that just happened. For example, I just got back from France. Oh my gosh, France, that country is my favorite spot to vacation in. How was it? Oh, I had these delicious mussels. They changed my life. Not mussels like mussels, but like eating mussel. Okay. Anyway. Okay. So here's our little recap for 5 uses. We talked about pointing, pronouns, people, time, and shared knowledge, new info. I really encourage you to go back and watch this video and go through the examples some more. Listen to me say the sentence, pause the video, and then you try the sentence. Practice makes perfect, especially when learning a new language. And the best things worth knowing require making a lot of mistakes. So I encourage you to record your voice on your phone and keep practicing until you like what you hear. And then in the future, maybe in a week or 6 months or 5 years, you can go back and listen and say, wow, I've come really far in my language learning journey. So ask questions below or send me an email if you have any questions for me. But I hope this video helped, and thanks for listening and watching. Okay, bye.